Here we go. All right, I think we're live.
Hello, everyone.
Everyone.
It's checks the calendar. It's 21st.
Somehow, I feel like I say that every week, but every week I'm just so surprised by the passage of time. So,
Right? I'm like, oh, November actually passes in time. It doesn't just say November forever.
yeah, welcome everyone to today's virtual write-in. I'm seeing in the chat that some people, I know I recognize some names. Some people may be joining for the first time. So, yay, welcome. Saw somebody slept through the last one, so
Yeah.
congrats on making it to this one.
Always glad to see y'all. People already saying hi from where they're at, but if you want to like drop where you're coming from, feel free to. Ooh, we're a little international today, guys.
Yeah. Abigail saying it's the 22nd in Vietnam, waiting for the sun to rise. Wow. Thank you for joining us before it's even sunrise in your time zone. First timers, awesome. Welcome. Yay. So yeah, some of you know me, but if you don't, my name is Catherine. I am the communications director at NaNoWriMo. My pronouns are she, her, or they, them.
And I'm Josie. I'm the programs associate, and my pronouns are they, them, or she, her. Uh, so yeah, welcome to our ride-in, where we'll basically just chat with y'all and have some writing prompts to like inspire some writing. Because I know like when is this late in the month, you're like, oh no, my word count.
I feel like it's either and or both. Oh no, my word count, or oh no, my ideas. Where did all my ideas go? So
You could also be like just like like over and over again. Like you might not have any words about it. You could just be like
that's what's
which
going on in my brain right now.
I
So
relate to that. I also don't know what's going on in my brain.
well, someone asked where we're from. I am in Berkeley, California, in San Francisco Bay Area.
I'm from Texas, near Dallas.
Yeah, awesome. But yeah, yeah. So our main goal today is just to write some words, write some words, get that word count up, get some stuff down on the page. Um, so yeah, we'll have some writing prompts for you. We'll also have little conversation breaks so you can get to know each other a little bit or ask questions that are coming up for you, or if you're like super stuck with writer's block, maybe somebody has a suggestion that can help. But yeah, the next hour we'll just be bouncing back and forth between writing prompts and discussion, getting those word counts up.
Yeah, and just in case you need a reminder, don't forget to update your word count. And um, if you already reached 50K, which some of y'all might have, I don't know, you might be really ahead in life.
We definitely have some overachievers here, I know.
And make sure you claim your winner goodies if they're available.
I think yeah, we're if the winner if you've already reached 50K, if the winner goodies aren't available yet, they should be by today at some point. I know we're working on
Soon.
putting all those together. So um,
Um, and yeah, also subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can see our new events or YouTube guide videos that come up. We have a webcast next week. To How to Write Horror webcast with R.L. Stein. So I know that's really exciting. You should go to that.
yeah, I am so excited. All the for anybody who grew up with Goosebumps, you'll definitely want to catch that one. I'll put the link in the chat.
Okay, let's see. Anyway, I think it's about time to get some writing in.
Yeah, let's do it. You got the
Uh,
timer, Josie?
yeah, where's my timer?
When you
Where
pull
are you
up the
at?
timer, I'll share the prompt.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
All right. So for our first word sprint, basically this is going to be 5 minutes. We'll put on a timer. we'll give you an optional prompt. You can use it if it works for you. You don't have to if it doesn't. But just in those 5 minutes, try to write as much as you can using the prompt as a jumping off point if you want. But our first prompt is one of your characters makes a collection of songs for another character. So what's on it and how do they share it? So if you're writing something modern, they can, make a playlist or a mix CD. If it's like a fantasy or historical, I don't know, it can be a group of bards or something. But what songs does one
This
character
shows
share?
up with bar.
you know, I think that I would certainly, I would talk to somebody who showed up with a group of bards.
And yeah, if this prompt doesn't work for you, feel free to like adjust it to your needs or just not use it and keep going with whatever you're writing with. Okay, so 5 minutes on the clock. And okay, there goes. And that's time. Feel free to leave your workout or how that prompt went for you in the chat.
I'm glad that people are liking this prompt. I saw what a music geek say. This is the ultimate prompt for me. So on brand.
Yeah, I also really like that prompt. I didn't get much done on it, but I was like, because I'm like feeling very, those wheels are slow today, my mind wheels. But I'm like, I'm gonna return to this later because it's
Yeah.
a cute prompt.
My main character is really into music and like she really wants to play bass, but she doesn't know how yet. But she's like very into kind of like old school, like emo rock and roll sort of stuff. So I had a lot of fun putting uh having her putting together a playlist for somebody.
Oh,
Amy got 276 words and said, I'm realizing that my character doesn't actually have a taste in music, which is something I need to think about in the future. Some people saying their stories take place in antiquity or not in the modern era. So I hope sometimes I think it's fun personally to like take prompts that don't aren't necessarily like an exact fit and see how I can finagle them around. But
uh, yeah, I see Melissa says I couldn't use the prompt, but I'm gonna find a way to do bard bombing later in a medieval setting.
bombing. I'm just picturing somebody swinging down from a chandelier, like singing a song at you.
It's like suddenly musical sequence. Um, and I'm also liking how like people, even if it wasn't exactly the prompt, you still like were like working with music. Um, like NJ West had my main character over here, a little girl singing a tune while she's playing the cushion. I'm like, yeah, music's pretty. It's like one of those things like I don't know, like you know how like when people say like you write with your senses in scenes, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like sound like that's one of the last things I like. Well, like not like voices because I like think of voices, but like other sounds, I don't usually
Yeah.
think about those right away.
Oh man, that's so real. Yeah, you don't think about like yeah, what kind of music is in the background a lot.
Or they're
That's
like weird background conversation.
yeah. I liked one person said, I didn't get to the singing that I plan to do with the mermaids I'm writing.
Ooh,
About that. Little bard moments in the story, Red Queen says.
I'm liking how everyone is just revealing their bards story.
All right, new plan. We're just going to replace all the characters with bards.
Just put bard in the scene if you think of anything, guys.
I love that. I think Lizette and some other people are sharing some prompts that they had, or some prompts that they had heard or come up with in the chat too. So yeah, if you want to share anything that has been helpful for you, feel free to do that. Ooh, NJ West asks, any idea how to work bards into the future in space?
Um,
I mean, I feel like there are so many ways you can do it. Actually, the first thing that pops into my mind is Cowboy Bebop. There's a whole like I don't know if any of you watched. Well, I didn't actually watch the live action, but the anime is like very like jazz music heavy. I think there's a saxophone player at some point, so I don't know. Yes, I am pro bards in the future in space.
I'm just thinking of like holograms or like recordings, like
Oh
just
yeah.
bring the regular bards up there for
People are
creations.
saying robot bards and space DJs. Yes. Oh man, there's the whole Cantina band in Star Wars. Technically. Well, I guess technically
True.
past that's a past band in space, but we won't get into that.
I like Tam too, who says slam poetry could still be considered barding in modern or future
Yeah.
settings, I feel. True, true.
The shark pianist says, my tip, look back to the past. Oral historians help preserve language and culture. Why not in space? Somebody asked what a bard is. Basically just somebody who plays music. Um, he's
Yeah.
kind of a person whose job was to wander around and play music to entertain people. So, but I am curious now that we're talking about music and bards. Um, I'm curious if y'all have like a specific writing playlist you use. Like, do you like writing to music or with some other kind of background noise, or are you the kind of person who needs to have like absolute silence when you're writing? Yeah, what is your writing soundscape look like or sound like?
Mm. I know for me, it's either um okay, I can't do lo-fi because lo-fi reminds me of school, but I can do synthwave, and that's usually what I have. And if I
Nice.
play music, and if I'm not playing music, I'll still just have my headphones in. And usually it's because I forgot to put on music. But I think something about putting your headphones on just like really focuses me. So,
Yeah, I love that. I do that sometimes too, even when I'm like taking a walk or something. A lot of times I'll be listening to a podcast, and then if the episode ends, I'll just keep walking but leave my
mm,
headphones in. Um, Maxwell C says, I try to have a proper writing playlist, but always wind up with some random song I listen to on repeat, even though it doesn't fit the theme. This year it's Dead Girl Walking from the Heathers musical.
let's see. I salute anyone who has several playlists going on and it's like tailored for like the mood of the story or like the setting. Because I'm like, I could not do
Oh my gosh. I
that's
know
really cool.
it's so cool. It's like like I don't know, people who do a whole themed playlists when they're like leading a D&D campaign or something. I'm like, oh man, that's so much work. It's so good. But I also salute Sarah Dooley, who says, this year I'm writing to the sound of my child's Rick and Morty blaring through their bedroom wall. I'm sure that's having an effect on
Oh
this
my
story.
gosh.
So anybody who's writing with the background noise of like a child or a housemate doing their own thing.
Uh, I see. I don't think there's like a common music because I'll see like heavy metal, classical, Scandinavian folk music, nature sounds earlier,
Mm-hmm.
video game music. Like it's so cool to see what everyone's doing. Also, this reminded me, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard like video game music's actually like really good for writing because like it's like designed or like composed to like be something you listen to while you're like doing tasks. Because like
Oh,
think about how
interesting.
games work.
Huh.
Well, okay, maybe not the fight music, but
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I feel like
like
it would be a
the
very different
just
experience if I'm
day.
doing the like running around picking stuff up in the grass video game music versus the like here's
Yeah.
but I'm gonna have to try that. But, all right, speaking of writing, should we get to a second prompt? Get some more words in?
Yeah. And if you were just joining us, we are gonna just write for like about 10 minutes or so. Yeah, 10 minutes. And we're gonna share a prompt, but you don't have to follow this prompt, but we do have a prompt. And it's a fun prompt. So this prompt is, uh-oh, there's been a mix up. Your character gets mistaken for someone else. Who do they get mistaken for? How do they react? Do they react with it? Or do they try to explain who they really are? So some identity shenanigans here.
When in doubt, always pretend that somebody is somebody else.
And if you don't, or if you're not vibing with this prompt, then feel free to keep writing, like what you're writing for, choose a different prompt that you made up, or just do whatever you want as long as you're writing. Even if it's just holding down a key, it's fine, guys. Okay, so we'll write for 10 minutes. And okay, have fun, guys. And that's time. So feel free to leave your word count or have that prompt put out for y'all. Um, or you can even describe like what y'all wrote about. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes when I'm really in a scene, it takes me a second to to make that switch between like, okay, I'm
Yeah,
in the world again now.
same. I was continuing off the first prompt, and so I was like, oh, I'm getting actually into the music sharing, and then I had to switch off, and it's like, oh, world, world exists.
Right? Got some good word counts here. Ooh, Edith hit 25K. Congratulations.
Ooh, congrats. Um, Rinkotoki says 187 slow riders unite.
Yes,
Yes, let's go. I love being a slow rider.
I'm in that club.
I feel like I can write fast, but my brain is so slow sometimes. So I'm like, I'm a slow rider. It's okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Penny Beth.
Ooh, I like Book Dragon KSC saying I changed the prompt to someone mistaking their personality.
Ooh, that's fun. Penny Beth wrote 532 words and had a child confuse my main character for his mother at an airport.
Oh,
Oh, buddy. Got some rogue texts happening here and for the prompt. People texting the wrong person.
oh no.
Yeah. Stacey says, I am 300 words away from winning my first NaNoWriMo.
Ooh, congrats. You're
Congratulations.
almost there.
Yeah. Might even
Uh,
make it in this hour. I don't know, depending on how fast you write, but soon. You can do it.
Grace says 242 words, writing traumatic backstory. I feel like I'm always writing backstories during these sprints.
That is okay. That is totally fine. Especially I feel the way I often use writing prompts is to fill out backstory or like I don't know, thing like if I wasn't sure how to start a scene. Because usually I have an idea of where it's going. So if I have
Mm-hmm.
a prompt that I like, but I'm like, oh, it doesn't fit with where I'm at in my story right now. I'm like, okay, I'll just write it and it'll get slotted in somewhere else. So yeah, these look so good. I was also as I was writing this prompt, I was thinking about like if I've ever gotten mistaken for somebody or if somebody's ever gotten mistaken for me, and it made me curious, like if you could sort of spend a day in the life of anyone, like if you could be mistaken for that person and spend a day living their life, and it could be real or fictional, who would it be?
Uh, I have to think.
Yeah.
Um, hmm. Well, obviously, I can't like be mistaken as this, but I would like to spend a day as my hamster because I want to know what her life is like. But if we're doing like a switching bodies kind of deal, I don't know if that'll end well.
If your hamster was you, that could that hijinks would certainly ensue, I'm sure. Oh, CL says the winner page is officially live if you were
Ooh,
wondering. Yes,
yay.
great.
Um, I like Shark Cannon saying 10 years ago, I was mistaken for Markiplier.
Nice. People would be Rihanna or Katniss Everdeen.
Um,
Oh no, Madison, go get your lunch.
oh, looks like we're having people join me in the I want to be my pet with it.
Uh-huh. I mean, honestly, I feel like it would be great spending a day as, well, she's not my pet, she's my housemate's pet, but she does spend a lot of her day just like lounging in the sun, in the sunshine, occasionally chasing squirrels and having people feed her stuff. So yeah, it sounds like a great life.
I like CL Hess saying I would be a chipmunk on a college campus. And that's so true because like rodents on college campuses are treated so well and they get such good
Caitlin says, those jokes are so dangerous. My whole plot changed from a joke. Gotta be careful.
um I guess like kind of follow up to that question just because I'm curious. It came to my
Mhm.
head. Would you swap with your protagonist and how long would you last in the story?
That's a good question. Um, I don't know that I would swap with my protagonist. Her life sounds really stressful. What about you?
Hmm. I feel like huh. I'm like, I feel like I'd be okay. But now I think about it, I'm like, I feel like she gets like she's better at handling situations than I am. And I
Uh,
feel like I would freak out like way more compared to her. Like she freaks out too, but I would be like, she's like level 5, I'm level 10, and we would have not have a plot because I'd be like panicking.
a lot of people are in the same boat. No.
Oh well, I know how everyone's treating the protagonist. Yay. But what's a protagonist without them suffering, I
Yeah, it's
suppose.
true. Sarah says, yeah, why not? I can see myself as a sailor, probably.
Um,
Luke says, honestly, yeah, he takes care of animals and accidentally joins a cult. Sounds like my jam. Oh man.
um, but here's a follow-up to like people were like, I don't know if I could like handle their problems. But like if you have the author knowledge and you already know their problems,
Oh,
you know how to get out of it.
if you had the author knowledge. Yeah. Yeah, maybe if I had my author knowledge and I knew exactly how to get out of each situation, but I still feel like it would be very stressful.
I like Cypher yourself saying, can I write a few scene changes first and then become a protagonist?
Yeah, edit it to be a little nicer and then do it. Oh man. Okay. So I feel, yeah, socially constructed online says worst isekai ever. Okay. Well, these are great. And I'm gonna love ruminating on whether on how I would do in my protagonist shoes with or without some knowledge. Um, but our last prompt actually kind of feeds in. I don't know. I feel like it's somewhat related. Um,
Yeah, I feel like it is.
I think we could probably do a little longer on this last prompt. Make sure we get those words in. Um, yeah, maybe let's do 12 minutes for this one.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. All right. So for our last prompt, and again, you don't have to use it if it doesn't work for you, but it's there if you want a jumping off point. Um, this one could technically be tied if you did the last prompt was about your character getting mistaken for somebody else. This one could be tied to that as well, but it doesn't have to be. Um, but for this prompt, it's your character tries to do something that they don't know how to do or that they're very bad at. So yeah, what are they trying to do? How do they do at it? Do they make a lot of mistakes? Do they somehow manage to pull it off? They trying to figure it out on their own? Is there somebody helping them? Just yeah, give your character a little more stress. See how they handle
Yeah. Maybe make them write NaNoWriMo. See how they like it.
it. Yeah, take that for switching places.
Okay, 12 minutes, guys, and go. And that's time. So this is our last prompt. Feel free to leave your overall word count, whether that's just all three word counts you got through this session, your project's word count, or just how it went for you, what you read about, how does make you feel.
I saw that Anne just crossed 20K. It's their first time joining, so yeah,
Oh,
congratulations. I saw some people saying to Bettina said, prompt 3 is going to be my character's grand gesture. Perfect. I love that your character is just messing up or not doing a very good job with their grand gesture.
ew. Um, Abby reached 35K. Congratulations. Um, Nat D um, wrote 500. Great prompt. This was a whole chapter.
Yay. Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
Um,
Sarah said most of them are real words. That's a win.
hey, you can also make up words. Isn't that what writing is? You just make up words sometimes.
Hey, listen, Shakespeare did it, so
True. You can do it too. Um,
so people saying they're keeping me prompts are keeping me right on track or behind, but not insurmountable. So yay.
um, People are getting unstuck, which is always the point of these sessions. I feel like if you can get a little bit unstuck, then yeah, you did it.
Yeah, I feel like once it's that initial like just getting that little unstuck and then it's easier to keep going. But
Yeah, it's like you're like trying to move a cart through the mud or something, and you
yeah,
finally got out of it.
yay. Decipher Yourself says, how am I seeing the captions before you guys speak just slightly? It's creeping me out. I don't know. I guess we must have gotten the time travel settings wrong. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we're time travelers actually. I'll keep that a secret.
Yeah. We're still trying to find the right formula. Ooh, Stacy, one with one word to spare. Yay.
Oh, congrats.
Congratulations.
Um, lots more people getting unstuck. That's great.
Glad to hear it. Yeah. Well, now that you've written all of these words, don't forget to update your word count so that they count towards your goal if you haven't already done that. And yeah, winner goodies should be available on the site. So if you just won,
Yeah,
um, I'll
go get
drop a
them.
oh sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, go get your winter goodies.
Yeah. I'll drop a link on how to do that just in case anybody needs a refresher.
Um, and yeah, remember to subscribe so you get notifications for new events, whether it's in the virtual write-in or webcast with R.L. Stein next week.
Yeah. I'm excited about that one. And we will be having one more of these next week as well. Same time,
Yeah,
whatever that is in your time zone. So,
yeah, I'll get that one final push in.
so yay. I'm so glad this worked for y'all. I hope you keep getting those words in and reaching your goals. I saw Decipher Yourself say bye, and I thought they were just putting typing one letter like you were suggesting earlier, Josie. So, but oh yeah, the webcast we were referring to earlier was with R.L. Stein. I just dropped that in the chat next a little ways up too. And this video and the chat and everything
Yeah.
will be on YouTube, so you can go back and watch it and look for stuff that you missed if you want. So Cool. Thanks, everybody. Good luck with your writing.
Okay, bye guys.